Hmm. Good morning, beautiful people. Good morning, beautiful family. Let's have some water together to start. It felt really challenging and thick to come on. But then I feel there's a calling to even more go through this, because we need to keep expressing, and that most of the time means something big is coming through, and there's this, oh wow, and it feels empty, there's nothing to say. And that's also not what it's about. All of my videos are transmissions, and they are activations, and I don't know before what comes through. And right now there's just a massive timeline shift going on again. And as I'm shifting in my frequency, which shifts everything to in such a profound way, and just feel for a moment with me into a paradigm shift, what that actually means. When your whole paradigm shifts, how you view everything, yourself, the world, everything, how you have lived. And I'm just sharing with you this activity that is going on here. It's a lot of humans here swimming together, and just bringing the team energy in. Beautiful team energy, like the water, the unity consciousness, the Mycelium Network. We are also what we are creating, where we are at. And I am a swimmer at heart. I used to be a swimmer for many years, training every day, and it's a team sport, because we are in a swimming club, we are together, but it's also a very individual sport, because we just swim alone. We don't are in a team, like a soccer team or a football team and so on, where we kick the ball around and we are all, the winning depends on the whole team, the whole performance. Swimming is very individual. So, there's more, so many, wow. so many. I've never seen here so many, wow. That is incredible. The whole water is full of people. It's incredible. And of course they're coming here into the video. There's more crossing also from one side to the other. So they are all in the water together. And I remember that it's a beautiful energy. You are in your own field, but you are making waves together, you are swimming together. There's an energy stream in the water from all of them being together. And this is what was always so beautiful, swimming. I was in my own bubble, in my own swimming laps, but we were all together, feeling each other around in the water, and then coming out and talking and having fun, and there's all that around. And this is also very aligned with my soul and my personality. My soul and my life paths are the same, and they are the hermit. So I need a lot of alone time, because I'm feeling so much and feeling everything, and I need to process that. And because I'm continuously rebirthing and embodying and shifting, I continuously have insights that I need to integrate. And when we have the same soul and life path, we are here to integrate now in this lifetime all our lifetimes. And everything I share is for you to see, do you resonate, and are you operating, do you recognize something about yourself in that? Yeah. So this is the same with, I love being alone. I need to be alone. I love like swimming alone, and I love being in a team. I love like living my life alone in a way, and I love living in community. That's how I operate best. This is true with the sharing in a network. We are doing our own work, but we are in a network. We are in a team. We are in a community. That's what for me network and the MLM is about. That's all the old structure, multi-level marketing. This word alone comes from the old dimension. Yeah, the sharing together, using all together the same product that enhances our human life and our ascension process, like water and frequency, and sharing that together, using it together, brings us in the same vibration, the same frequency, and then sharing it together, we do that like these swimmers do here. You know, we are individual, doing our own thing, but we are together like a flock of birds, utilizing the stream of each other that we are creating to be more powerful. So opening to that, because this is also the new earth frequency, where it's not just about us and us working in a job or working alone as an entrepreneur, shuffling the money, hustling and putting it only for ourselves into our bank account, into our pockets, so to say. It's more opening to the whole, where we share our resources. And let's draw the energy of these swimmers in. They are sharing their energy. You know, they're sharing their energy. They each share the coach. They're not with one coach, but they're sharing the coach. They're all creating their energy. They're sharing their resources, which is their energy. This is what I'm passionate about. This is also the new earth. And where we are operating as family. And even in the 3D, often families were greedy with each other and shutting off and so on, not caring for each other. The unity as community in a lived way, where we, I said 2 days ago that I was coming on to speak about spiritual sovereignty. That's what has been so deeply processing in me to come on. And spiritual sovereignty is us being in our sovereignty spiritually as well. Not just, oh, I'm sovereign, I'm this, but spiritually. And that requires such a mastery. There is no way you can think yourself to that. Many are at that. They think they are there, and we can feel that, we can see it. But when you are really there, spiritual sovereignty, that means you are sourcing everything from the inside out and utilizing everything that happens to step further into mastery. And everything that creates anxiety and fear is being alchemized and utilized for disillusionment. Because fear is false evidence appearing real. And there is so much noise out there going on. And there is so much in us who are ascending and embodying. And ascending is not a... Ascending means arriving here with our soul, with our higher self in our body. We are linking higher self, our monad, to the body, and here to Earth. Earth, this powerful, so difficult school, in inverted commas, a university where we are experiencing what we are experiencing for our evolution, for our soul's evolution and the evolution of our higher self, and becoming aware that we are multidimensional. That is all part of the spiritual sovereignty. And there's no blaming outside. There's also no waiting for anybody or anything. This is a spiritual sovereignty, is our direct link with Source, and embodying that. Yeah. And living from that. Yeah. That is a deep paradigm shift. And in that process there's a massive disillusionment happening. Massive. Total disillusionment of everything we thought was real, everything we thought we were or our life would be. So that includes healing. We can't become and be spiritual sovereign if we haven't healed. Many have been cutting the healing work short and thought their way there and think they are there, but are not. It can't be rushed like that. And healing, yes, some people say, oh, instead of sitting in healing circles and so on for years and years, I did this and stopped it. But there's often a premature stopping because it gets too difficult. It's like a breaking up with the own self, breaking up with that journey and going back into the old. Yeah. So as you can hear, this is just really forming in how to express that, and it's more, yeah, a lived embodiment. Like the scriptures say, we are seeing everybody by their fruits. Yeah, by how they are acting, not what they are saying, but who they are. Yeah. And everybody is evolving. That's where forgiveness comes in. You know, that's where staying always open. And it's very interesting in communities when we observe tearing each other down, blaming, accountability, looking for accountability, people that are furious with anger, projecting it out, expecting something from the others. There's such a process going on. But we gotta stay looking at our own self, and everybody has a role. We've also, many of us have been moving through persecution wounds. So some people here then need to trigger that persecution. So that we have the triggers, and then we can work with that to feel, and then use the triggers to break through. For the insights and the wisdom of what comes out of that. The triggers are the gateway. Yeah. So rebirthing with water is right now really, really important. The solar activity is so strong, and our body needs to be hydrated deeply to shift. And I shared a post last night also about the frequency, and when you read it, you can see why these frequencies help the process of our higher self embodying and us stepping deeper into sovereign into sovereignty, spiritual sovereignty. Yeah. Spiritual sovereignty. Yeah. So there's a rainbow light appearing above me, behind me. I think that deeply integrate. There's just such a deep shift happening this week. And yeah, and the deeper we go into the mastery, the more challenging at times too our lessons, our tasks, our initiations, that's the more right word, are becoming. Yeah, the initiations into our mastery. Yeah, the ascending masters we are. And yeah, we are here as instruments of love, instruments of the divine. Now it comes more fully on, and the light is coming more fully on. Yeah, we are here, instruments of love, instruments of our higher self. And if we are not rightly tuned, if our frequency isn't right, then we are like an instrument that is out of tune. And for this spiritual sovereignty and mastery, all our keys are being pressed and tuned. So I have been utilizing this beautiful water to shift deeply and transform. And in the last weeks, the frequency devices of the PEMF and the terahertz together. And yeah, this shifting my body in such a profound way. These devices are very powerful with the frequency, of course, to raise our frequency, to embody our light body deeper, because we are working with the energy of the light of life and the energy of the Earth's electromagnetic field, yeah, pulsed into our body. Powerful combination. It's incredible, incredible help. And this again strengthens my faith in that everything is always provided at the right time. We are supported, and we have to go through, we have to, until it's disillusioned, that we are not supported, that we are abandoned, yeah, that it's difficult, that we are alone, that we are persecuted. We have to let all of these illusions collapse, tower, and open up to the new paradigm, the paradigm shift, and allowing our paradigm to totally shift, so that our soul, our higher self, which is like our spirit, the personality of our spirit. And we are not just here, there is a part of us that is also always active in our true home, yeah, in other galaxies. And as we are opening and opening, we are opening to our multidimensional, our multi-galactic self. We are so much more than this, so much more. And I am so grateful that these products, they're not products, they are activations, like the water machine that makes this water, or the frequency devices we can use and then also share with others. They are accelerating the ascension and helping us heal our bodies. And when our body heals and comes fully online, we are tuning our instrument then it's easier for us to step into mastery, because we are lighting up again. We are connecting with the light of life. Yeah. Then it's easier. And we are doing it together, like these swimmers have. And there's also the two pelicans. And it's turning it around. Oh, my camera doesn't want to turn around. That's okay. But there's 3 pelicans, and there's a whole tribe of seagulls and little aqua phoenixes, and there's just so many swimmers and people in kayaks together. And yeah, we are shifting, and as hermits we are still in our own sovereignty, our spiritual sovereignty, our own life, not owning anybody, not being owned, having let all of that disillusioned, all the disillusionment about relationships and so on. The new paradigm, relationships, we are free and sovereign, because in the new earth we are in our spiritual sovereignty embodied, which makes our human sovereignty. So we don't own another, and we live freely, and we are coming together as we need to. And it's also guided. It's not by ego choice, not by, oh, I want to be with you because of this or that. It's just coming all together with our people, partners in all ways, and that's guided. You know, when we surrender, we're not at choice. We are at choice, but the choice is to surrender. Do we surrender or not to our higher self and be led, and then surrender, because then everything is guided. Then a business is not a business where we are busy in, but it's a soul-led, sacred livelihood, soul mission, which is fueled by the higher self and guided. So only inspired actions and being in our full truth and integrity, and then everything unfolds. Our people are brought to us. Soul, the monad, the energies, the frequencies are bringing everybody to us, linking us. And then we feel, do we resonate? Do we have the right compatibility to work together? Are we having the same values? Those are the people coming together. The same values, and for that we need to interact and communicate to find out if we have the same values, and share deeply and relate deeply, and see if we match. And then it just all unfolds. There isn't anymore any rushing into anything out of fear or scarcity. Scarcity is part of the disillusionment that has to disillusion. The fear, the deep scarcity programs, the scare of surviving, the fear of surviving, the fear of, yeah, not being able to thrive. We are here to thrive together in our highest frequency. And it's time for the New Earth pioneers. We are abundant souls, yeah, and when we are disillusioning all these faulty programs, we come into full abundance on the outer level as well. And the love we are drawing that to us. It can't be any other way. But all these unconscious programs were pushing everything away. So we need to deprogram and bring everything unconscious to the light. That can be confronting, and that's where many close and run away, because it involves to be seen, it involves to go through something uncomfortable, and transcending guilt and shame, and for who we are, because we all used to be shamed for that, or made up the illusion, yeah, that others did that to us. That's again, that needs to all stop and come back home to ourselves, only looking at ourselves. There's a... Why is my camera not turning around? Not meant to be. There's two beautiful birds in a very magical dance together. Anyway, my camera is not turning around. It's strange. So, not meant to be. Yeah, they're flying off now also. They were moving together, and as I speak, at first was the word, I speak reality into creation. That's also why I had to come on. I have to come on and speak, because I'm speaking the new earth into reality with my word. So, yeah, strong winds of change blowing, and keep going and flowing, and it's just beautiful. These frequencies that I have been working with and sharing with others, we are all noticing that we are feeling lighter, more energized, and that we are relating differently with each other. That is so beautiful. Yeah, it's part of the evolution. And coming together in sacred union, unity in community. Yeah. So I'm super excited, groundedly excited, and totally relaxed. And please go and read last night's post that I shared, and you get a feel why we are experiencing that. I'm going to explain a bit more the frequencies in the next days as well, so you can understand what they do. It's not another gimmick. It's newest technology. It's new earth technology. And yeah, the New Earth pioneers are sharing that. We are at the forefront, but this is really new, has dropped in only in the last few years. And then we are also, this water, these machines are 51 years old. They were also made for today. Yeah, so to the deeper embodiment, to the rising in the leveling up in our frequency, and to our spiritual sovereignty. Yeah. Have a very magical day, and let me know, if you have any questions or what has come up for you in this transmission. Now all the beautiful lights with the rainbow plasma light, that's where I always feel soul and spirits, and really becoming spiritually aware of our spiritual sovereignty. And that involves, just to sum it up again, utter disillusionment, and that can be very challenging, and the egos might want to hold on, but we have to, or it's not going to happen. So if you resonate, you're on my fractal, and we are coming now more and more together in the physical. Doesn't matter how many, where one and two gather, magic is unfolding. I'm not here for the masses. I'm often here to work with those who work with lots of people, and I support them, and we closely work together, and they are working with many, but who knows? That's how it was, has been, might shift. And I am enjoying being in the stream again with all different communities and teams. And really, if you have a block and come with MLM is not for me, this is not MLM. But I don't care what you believe. I don't care. Then you are not part, then you are not, that's up to you. But these are all belief systems. That's not the new earth. That has nothing to do with it. It has everything to do with it, but nothing. Because it matters where we are and what we do with it. Yeah. we are in spiritual sovereignty, and we let our higher self guide how that is unfolding. Another drink. So, boots on the ground, here, right here, and beautiful unfolding. We are really there, and the old is collapsing and coming offline, and often now we are seeing that we are in different dimensions to others, and everybody is exactly where they're meant to be. We are still one, and spiritual sovereignty involves that we follow our higher selves and don't shrink ourselves back for anyone or anything. We keep going and rising. We do not sell our soul or shrink for others or another. So much love, and the highest frequencies, and until next time. Oh, one more thing, that's why it hasn't yet closed. Our nervous system, we need to repattern the addiction to stress in the nervous system, to drama, to stress, to high performance, and we can only do that by allowing to deeply relax, and by living with a calm nervous system. Then we don't seek anymore all this peak and peak and peak, but we are living constantly in highest energy and frequency. And it's at first unfamiliar to live with a calm nervous system, because it's truly an addiction. That's true, where people keep being addicted to coffee because coffee stirs up the nervous system. And it's a deep addiction. So this water has also helped with that. I don't drink coffee, and I am feeling, if I would just have one little sip of coffee, what it does. When you always use something, you don't notice anymore what it does. The same with alcohol and so on. This is it's a deep peace that's part of the spiritual sovereignty, is deep peace. And the deep peace we cultivate also when there is no peace. When we get anxious by what we see around and allow it to disillusion, and anchoring deep peace in ourselves, that's when we radiate, and we are then the peace embodied for peace on earth. But we need to have a calm nervous system, a healed, calm nervous system for that. Continuously calm, not up and down and freaking out and defenses up. That's why we have to de-armor and be completely there in the calm, deep inner peace. It's a healed nervous system, a healed and defragged amygdala complex that doesn't go into fight and flight and freeze. Then we don't act defensive anymore. That's what many of us are noticing when we are using these frequency devices, because the frequencies help us heal and calm and fill up. And then we don't react anymore, but we respond. And the more and more we do that, and we sleep deeply, then we are healing the nervous system. And at first you might have to sleep a lot. Yeah, you might be able to do nothing but rest and sleep and do the ever so minimal. This deep inner work is full-on work. Yeah, that's a 24/7 full-time job beyond, and it can be exhausting. And to heal the nervous system, as part of our becoming spiritual sovereign and fine-tuning our instrument, we need to have our system in the right state and coherent, in inner peace, fluid, the connective tissue flowing, yeah, to be, so we can function at our optimum level. Yeah. Oh, beautiful light coming on now. That's my soul speaking without words. That is how my soul looks like. So receive what you need to receive. And I let that also close this. Yeah. These are the beautiful PEMF and terahertz frequencies and the love frequencies. Yeah. Earth is love, light is love. And I'm excited because today in our community we are celebrating the Oktoberfest. So some German dress up and yeah, I don't need to drink alcohol to have fun. I can go to the Oktoberfest and drink water and be in highest frequency and have fun anyway. I don't need to drink to talk to someone, or drink to be me, or drink to lose inhibitions. Yeah, this is all part of the just living clearly and freely. Yeah. So, have a magical day. Soul to soul. We have been, those are coming together we have already been together in the quantum field. As we are embodying our quantum self, everything is happening. See you soon, beautiful family, again here in the next transmission. And feel free to share, and I look forward to hear from you.